Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode, the discourse on personality and competency. 100 traits. 100 traits. They might be a follower, they might be a takeover, they might be a arm twisting. You might find that is a clutter. You might find that is a clutter. Don't you worry. It doesn't happen like that. It doesn't happen like that. A lady who's got a 10-meter size wardrobe doesn't wear all her clothes one day. A lady with about 500 different cosmetics on the dressing table does not wear all these on a single day. What we therefore do is make a selective use of that. That's why we have different recipes. We eat a recipe and then recipe B after that and recipe C after that, and then cyclically we again start off with recipe A. This time instead of B we have C, instead of D we have F, so on and so forth. That's in nature's governance of our chemistry here and our tongue there and our teeth and the day and the time and the environment. In India, the festival occasions and festivals, we have it. Every name in the calendar spoken in Sanskrit looks like a festival day. Looks like a festival day. So what do? We use selectively a certain number of traits. And that number, that mathematical provision is a matter of it's a very serious decision making matter, and we have kept it for the future episode. Right now, my idea is to help you understand the vitality of these 100 traits. The vitality of these 100 traits. It is just like a periodic table. The number of elements listed in periodic table are close to this figure 100. They're close to this figure 100. Although in the periodic table, since the elements are measured structurally in terms of the neutrons, the protons, and the electrons, okay, it is easy to see the sequence. Here, the sequence is not easy to see because we are yet to decipher the electron activity and the proton and the neutron activity of these personality traits. Probably somebody 50 years later would be able to bring out that model. As far as my research is concerned, my status is that I have been able to identify these 100 which work variously, vigorously, powerfully, intently. That works vigorously, powerfully, intently. So may we take a couple of examples to help you get familiar before we go into a structured enterprise of the utility of these traits. There's somebody who leads action, somebody who leads the action. There are 30 following, there are 300 following, there are 3,000 following. Somebody who leads the action to objective purpose. To an objective purpose. That's action leadership. And somebody who controls those actions. This is right, this is not right. We should be doing this instead of this. We should not be doing this today, we should be doing it tomorrow. etc. etc. That's a controlling part. So that is a moral leadership. That is a moral leadership, the morality of an action. It's a moral leadership. Somebody who has a sense of positive expectations, that is optimism. Somebody who thinks positive about everything that comes his way, he's positive. Somebody who is well within himself, stable, concrete, well within himself, is confident. Somebody who poses in front of others as independent individual is extrovert. So not all extroverts are maybe confident, not all confident people would be extrovert, although by law of averages you will have many people who are extrovert and confident and extrovert. It may happen, but per se, extrovertism or confidence as a trait does not naturally qualify into being other. That's where a beautiful compounding and chemistry comes into picture. A beautiful chemistry comes into picture. A mother in the house who has put an extra salt by mistake will try and use tomatoes to garner a new taste. Will try and use tomatoes to garner a new taste. The salt does not change. By law of conservation of mass, or conservation of salt here to be specific, the salt cannot change in terms of its proportion, original proportion, it cannot change. But now what we are trying to do is change the taste as it comes. So it doesn't taste salt to me vigorously, it doesn't taste salt on my tongue. Now there is a combination of the taste. There is a combination. A tomato is therefore trying to garb a bit, will control the intensity of salt. When something becomes very sweet, too sweet for a taste, you will probably pour in more water to make it comfortable. To make it comfortable. So we do additions and subtractions without taking away the main content. We are doing the additions and subtractions without doing the change. So that is the combination, and that combination could play havoc if we want to do it that way, or it could create great prospective positive results if we want to use it that way. We can easily, in a corporate meeting, we can easily throw tantrums, easily disturb the meeting without being noticed as a disturbance by talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, and again 3, 4, 1, 2, like that, without being stable on anything. So that's the negative, utility of the trait mix. The positive utility, all of these coming together, and making a beautiful sequence, sometimes a program, it could give you extraordinary results. Coming back to the discussion on cube and the faces. Therefore, That face that I manufactured with those nine traits, three into three metrics we formed, those nine traits has a chance to have a standout performance because those nine have been selected with lot of calculation. Calculativeness is also one trait, though. With lot of thought, that face is created, and then another face and another face. So if I offer an isometric view, I have a choice to to create a view of those three faces which I have tried to build more beautifully, more strategically than the other three. It's not easy to enable all six to shine. It may not be easy. It's a hard task. It requires a lot of maturity, a lot of experience, a lot of expertise. It's not going to come easy. Therefore, what I do is I have a 120-degree angle which gives slant view of the three faces. So I place my behavior, my performance strategically. Somebody who's trigonometric expert will say, how do you propose to do that? That I can create an isometric view for someone. Well, yeah, the point is valid. But suppose we say that we are able to create that view, three faces, we are trying to highlight that part. That's where a manipulation comes in. That's where the manipulation comes in. Ni, nor, nay. That's not manipulation. That's not manipulation. It is pure strategic placement. There are people who play football 5, 3, 2, 1. They play football like that. There are people who play 3, 5, 2, 1. That's not manipulation. It's a strategic gameplay. Probably if you are 2-0 in the middle ring, when there's an interval, 2-0, you will employ a different strategy. Instead of 3, 5, you would go for 5-3. We don't know. We might take a left flank defendant and use him for a surprise attack on the right flank. We might do that. We have kept him loose. He's no more defending. He's told, look, as soon as you find an opportunity, you go this side and you will be probably unmarked because you're a defendant. We take all the risk on our left flank because the left flank is vacant. It might happen like that. So do you think this is manipulation? No. This is plain strategic preparation for the game. So can we now call personality, behavior, characterization, these words we'll handle independently, as a sort of a game that we are playing in the universe of happening? Is that the game we are playing in the universe of happening? Please don't jump to conclusions. Please carry no grudge about me. I'm being very humble, very honest, very simple. Still the question is, are we playing game in the universe? Are we playing, making a sportive display in the universe of happening? Are we trying to become an outstanding performer in the universe of happening? Are we? Aren't we? We should be, we must be, we have to be on that performance within the given resources. We'll have to create that shiny face, that extraordinary face. Shiny as in when it is relevant. And this cube of ours is free flying in the universe. The more versatile you are, the more places you'll belong to, more spaces you will occupy, more targets you'll have, more bars on the chart you would like to represent yourself on. The numbers is your choice. The frequency of change is your choice. But that's primary. I believe most of the people who have tuned in are in a very competitive age, or they are in very competitive stage, or they are in a very competitive state of mind. So you love complications, isn't it? Because that's what it is. We don't want to simplify things at such an early stage. Let's accept these complications of thoughts and ideas so that we can handle larger, more challenging issues of life. So, see you again next time. Take care.